We are here on a Wednesday at 5:30. It is amazing. My microphone is just totally like that is out of proportion. Anyway, welcome to episode 60 of Prep Talk Live. God, every time we get to another 10, I'm still amazed.
Milestone.
I'm like, holy cow! Here we go. We're making it happen. I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch, looking a little washed out. Again, I'm still trying to get up to Tuck's standard of video.
The wardrobe and makeup team and lighting, they all came in and got the studio all set up. So
yeah, I had some of that team here last week, but that's not fully charged yet. So hopefully the new lights and the new setup will come in next week. But joining us, as always, looking fantastic like a professional who has millions and millions of fans, is Tuck the Urban Prepper. Tuck, what is going on? How are you? How is your week? How are things?
Things are going pretty well. The weather's real nice up here, and so it's getting ready to go on a summer vacation coming up at the end of next week, and we'll be gone for about 10 days down in your neck of the woods, down in Oregon, in your territory.
In my territory. Bernie and I have talked. We have cleared the visas for you. You are okay to cross the bridges.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know that you and Bernie kind of control the Oregon territory of the preparedness community.
We do.
Myself and others are trying to keep the Western Washington safe. So
we are the humble caretakers of the preparedness universe in Oregon. Both of us together. That's what happens.
And so you're some of the meanest and most tactical preppers that there are out there. That's like so
angry.
Everyone's really angry.
Yeah, exactly. We just giggle with authority is what we do over here. I feel like that could be a t-shirt. Giggle with authority.
Giggle with authority. That's great.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing. All right, we'll write that down. Everybody's joining us. Welcome in. Again, like this summer schedule is going to be a bit haphazard. We may not know that we're doing a stream until like an hour and a half before, so we try to let everybody know as soon as we can.
Yeah, I think I texted. I was like, I had to work from home today because my car had to go in the shop this morning unexpectedly. So I worked from home and with the nice backdrop and everything and the nice cam. So it looks good 2 weeks in a row.
We've got the high quality tup, full 4K tup happening. Yeah. But yeah, so for those of you who are joining us or seeing the replay or anything else, just keep an eye out. We're doing streams, but whether it's on Wednesday, whether it's on Friday, whether it's at 5:30, whether it's at 5:15, like some of that is still a bit up in the air. We are juggling family during the summer. We are juggling jobs during the summer. We are juggling summer during the summer. So we're doing the best we can. But thanks again for joining and participating. We got a full group in the chat with questions. Pig Fly's here. Pony Girl is on.
Girl. Now we can start. Yeah, we're
both channels. Yep, she's representing on both channels. I see that. Pony Girl was surprised the fact that we were only 2 minutes late, as opposed to, for example, 3 or 4 days late,
or just no showing.
Yeah, exactly. We feel like there is value in ghosting the audience sometimes to just make you leaving
wanting more rather than wanting less. So.
Exactly. You miss us. You're reminded of, hey, what's missing? It is what it is. It's a good relationship we have with our audience. So as far as preparedness stuff goes, we literally we have no plan tonight. We often have no plan. We have really no plan.
Preparedness potpourri. It's
preparedness potpourri. It's community Q&A. It's all of the things. So Tuck, what have you been up to in the last week, prepping project wise? Is there anything that has really been kind of working through?
Yeah, it's kind of more like in the top off of different things like. When it's summertime, usually I want to top off all the propane tanks and those kind of things for you could use it for barbecue season, but that's just the kind of the time that I use it. Again, we're going on this down to Oregon, and so kind of getting ready with any kind of vehicle preps and getting the vehicles in good working order and starting to do the packing for that. But I'm trying to think if I have any large project. Again, Mrs. Urban Prepper took over the gardening operation, and so that we're growing Carolina Reaper peppers and the peppers I can't eat, and I'm fighting deer because the deer keeps rose.
Feed them the Carolina Reaper peppers.
Yeah,
Like it would solve its own problem.
yeah, I think so. Because I didn't know that deer, like for rose petals for deer, is like it's like cocaine or something. They love it, so so they're just addicted to this these rose petals. So I've been having to put up all this deer fencing to protect that. And but yeah, Mrs. Urban Preppers, everything's growing according to plan, which is good for the garden, for the home garden. So
very lovely, very nice, very nice. Speaking of coming to Oregon, I was watching a Wrangler Star TikTok because now I've gone down the rabbit hole of Wrangler
guerrilla warfare.
He has such great advice, and then he does things and I'm like, oh my goodness. It's a step and a half more than I would feel comfortable putting out on the internet, but like he does it with such flair and panache. But he was saying that like he comes to Portland for work, and so I feel like what I need to do is reach out to him and see if I can like take him to lunch, just like I did to you. And then we bring him on, like, and then we can really, I don't know, talk about forestry things or how to disable the robot dogs or something like that.
That video really stood out with me, like how to disable the robot dogs. I wasn't expecting that from him again, because we watched his videos for many years and it was always family friendly. That never was about that kind of stuff, and now it's full on guerrilla warfare with Wrangler.
Yeah,
but
it sounds like something may have happened, like between him and the Forest Service or something. So he worked for them, and then maybe he doesn't anymore, and there's some animosity there. Maybe, I don't know.
So he's like, I'm gonna teach the world how to
exactly
bring it down.
Well, I saw one of his TikToks. It was a fragment of an interview, I think, that he had put up. And he was like, well, I now own, if you Google like U.S. Forestry Service or search U.S. Forestry Service, who comes up? And he had basically decided to do like a digital end around of the entire U.S. Forestry Service. And now like he is like the first result or something like that. I was like, that is a mad scientist genius level stuff right there.
Love it.
That is fantastic.
Usually when we go down to when we go down to Central Oregon, we go down I-5, and then once we get to Portland, we're like, okay, let's go around there. We go the Mount Hood way, so we avoid Portland. No offense to the Portlandians, but
that's fair. We don't want you here anyway.
Yes.
You outlier lander people from other places. You stay out.
Yeah, now we go to Mount Hood and off the back way. So.
Yeah. It's kind of, Portland's also kind of laid out really interesting. Like Seattle is like in the middle of a mountain, and there's like one freeway that goes through the middle of it.
It's
and
pretty
so
dumb,
it's like always congested. Whereas Portland, it's like they built like a circle of freeways. So when you come in, you kind of like circle around the city, but it kind of lets you like get off, kind of like the roundabouts in like traffic, like traffic circles and stuff like that. It's still not big enough. Like there's still traffic everywhere, but like you kind of can like choose to get off and go back roads or some of that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it's a better design of a city for like, I mean, it's flat there for one, so you could kind of walk around and have a nightlife. And there's like the freeway doesn't go right in the middle of the city. Like whoever thought that was good in Seattle. Oh yeah, let's have it go right through the middle of the city, and so we can't expand ever. And then everything's on hills and on secret underground tunnels and stuff. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's also I think it's kind of funny too, because I always feel like Portland, rightfully so, it had its issues and everything else. But what I feel like is a lot of the people that still are like on top of like how awful Portland is are not people who live like or go into Portland. Like they're people who go to like, there's like 3 blocks in Portland that you should probably avoid. And then like it's people from the East Coast. It's people from like Alabama that are like, I would never go to Portland. I'm like, you've never been. Like we go every weekend for things, and like it's a city. It's not like the safest place in the world. It's also not like the worst place in the world. It's a city like anybody else. But anyway, I digress. I made a video about it, but anyway, I digress. So yeah, prepping projects. We were kind of. I did a thing over the weekend that I never thought I would do. And so I wanted to run it by you and see, as we're talking now, I'm getting ideas for what we can talk about.
Yeah.
So here we go. I actually sold some of my old preparedness equipment.
Did you have a prepper garage sale?
Kind of.
Okay.
We're trying to just kind of organize and like get a little more efficient in life.
Mm-hmm.
And I had some Goal Zero batteries, like the Yeti 400s, that I liked, but they were super heavy and we needed just a different configuration. And yeah, I know, Pony Girl. It is, whenever I do a thing, it's always a problem. And I had like the Boulder Rigid, but they were 30-watt solar panels. And they were
Mm-hmm.
what they had at Costco when I was first starting out. And I was like, okay, I need this. So let's just get it. And now I feel like graduated into like, we have the foldable solar panels that are higher wattage and we have different battery options and everything. And I was like, these probably we are never going to use. Let's take those and let's roll the cash into some different batteries. Let's save it, get ready for Prime Day, because there's always like batteries and cables and survival stuff that goes on huge discount on Prime Day.
Yeah.
But oftentimes, like when my wife will be like, hey, do we need 19 flashlights? I'm like, yes, we need 19 flashlights. Like, we're never getting rid of flashlights because they can just go in more places. What is your kind of opinion on the like recycling or cycling out of old gear?
Yeah, I think what I do personally, I think it's a good idea to do that, especially with flashlights. They keep getting better and better for one. But usually, what I'll do is it starts off in the EDC or like as a heavily used item, and then as I get a new one, it gets downgraded to some kind of evacuation kit, bug out bag style thing, and then eventually it gets into some other thing, and eventually it's like end of life for that one. So it's I usually donate them to people or donate them to like sometimes our local school has like an auction, so I'll put together a little prepper bug out bag with old stuff. So
if the Tup's used
yeah,
EDC material,
yeah,
it's a huge auction thing. It's like game used from like the Seahawks or something. Like it's. Do you know that the Urban Prepper has touched this keychain? Like that's happened. It's been in his pocket. It's been part of the Prepper Bulge.
Yeah.
And as a result, we'll start the bids out.
Yeah, but yeah. For I too also have a lot of flashlights, and a lot of them they eventually get to like a end of life where they go to the donation pile. But usually I find places to put there's plenty of little kits and stuff that I could use a flashlight, whether it be in the vehicles or in a little go bag or in a motel go bag kit that I have, or in all those other kind of ones. So, but yeah, I still want to do my own prepper garage sale because I should probably get rid of some backpacks and some other things.
Pig's
I think
Flight thinks you need to sign the items you donate.
Oh, geez, I think that lowers the value probably, but
I mean, completely the opposite.
Yeah.
I think what you also need is you need to do it. What we need to do, here's what we need to do. We need to do an online auction. Okay?
Yeah.
And you pick a charity, whatever it is. And then you're going to have like your old EDC stuff or whatever. And then sign it, but we'll have to do like a doodle of like your face. Kind of like what like Disney characters do when you go to like Disneyland or Disney World, and
that's a good idea.
They like draw like their faces instead of like actually their names. I think we should do that. I
don't really have a top signature. I mean, I just signed my normal name, but I guess I should start working on something.
Yeah, that seems like a security breach right there. If you would sign your own name, I think we need to have. I think we really need to be on brand.
I give my mother's maiden name and some other things. Usually when I use them signed,
social security numbers, and all that.
All the usual.
Yeah. Pig's Fly is an agreement. This is a fantastic idea.
Yes.
I mean, let's be honest. I came up with it as Pony Girl said. I did a thing. I came up with an idea. It's never normal. So yeah, I think that could be fun because you used to do like a walk thing where you would like put like a backpack on. I don't remember if it was like at the YMCA or whatever. My creepy YouTube stalker side is showing now. But yeah, you used to do like a walk for charity thing.
Yeah, that was the for Relay for Life for American Cancer Society, and do a 24-hour bug out walk basically. So having the bug out bag and going around the track for 24 hours to for kind of a cancer benefit type one. But yeah, that was really fun. I got to meet a lot of cool preppers on there. That was the first time I met the mountain RN. Came down all the way from Canada to one of the walks, and he was so good when we did that one. And some of the supplies that he had in his kit, like the hat that he used the buff headwear, and I was using more of like a traditional kind of REI style hat. And since then I switched to his hat because it was just a better option. And so those are pretty fun. I haven't done those for a while, but we do other different charitable type things. So
yeah, all right. So yeah, and Chuck says I get 10%. Yeah, I mean that's
a given. That's a given.
That's standard.
It's kind of like it's tithing, I think, to Chuck. Yeah,
exactly. It's like the payment processing fee. It's the idea processing fee. That's what happens, and that works out.
We don't have, but I was trying to think of any other larger, prepping projects. I mean, everything's just kind of like in a, top off certain things. I still meaning to get to that junk drawer is just driving me bonkers. But nothing too huge as far as like a summertime prep.
Are you finding that as you're going, like you're planning a trip?
Yeah.
Have you taken the time before you leave to do the what emergency supplies, bug out, vehicle preps, all that sort of stuff are needed yet, or are you going to wait until you get a little closer?
We'll do it a little bit closer. To be honest, we don't go too hardcore on that kind of things. I'll have the basic stuff that we normally have, but I don't have a checklist. I probably should have more of a refined checklist that shows the vehicle, because the vehicle preps are always there anyway. So we don't really change that too much, and it's more of like, okay, making sure that preparing the vehicles, the oil and the timing belts and all that kind of stuff, making sure that's all up to date, so we're not stranded in the middle of one of those towns in central
middle of Oregon. The dystopian, as Wrangler Star says, the dystopian nightmare.
The ATF just came. Looks like.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
this is a conspiracy theory that those are stolen. I'm not gonna.
How many children did you?
I'm not going to confirm or deny this accusation.
Look, that is that. I plead the fifth. There's no comment. Actually, this is the my children actually steal them from my office and go take them into their rooms. So I have to continue to restock is, kind of what's happening. Tup has no checklist.
So I have a PDF for the PDF for the vehicle parts, but they're already there, so it's not like I'm like, okay.
Pigs Fly also doesn't have a PDF chart. Like, everyone is shocked. You have what we're gonna rename this episode to is Tup Exposed.
Yeah, Tup slipping.
Confronting Tup, no PDF. Yeah. I feel like that's what we'll call it.
Well, Mrs. Urban Prepper says F your PDF, so
exactly. F your PDFs and Tup your tanks. I guess. I don't know. Or tanks your Tup, something. Let's figure that out.
Something like that.
We'll workshop it. I feel like there's something there, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, your backdrop, it looks pretty similar to what if Kid Prepper had a backdrop, it would probably have some similar items. I don't some of them there. But there's some good stuff there.
Yeah. This is. I still haven't brought Pac-Man down. I'm very.
That's what because you said that you were going to boot Optimus Prime for Pac-Man, and that seems a little extreme. But
the Pac-Man game is so cool. It's the Lego thing. It's one of the coolest Lego sets I have put together, and as you can tell, I have put together lots of Lego sets. But that was
why not get rid of Hulkbuster back there?
I mean, I could, but Hulkbuster's kind of a showpiece. Like it's big.
It's showy. It's big.
I don't really have anywhere else to put.
Well, I think wherever that you have that cup that's back there, that seems like a good spot for Hulkbuster, maybe.
Right there.
Yeah, because then you could see his head. Because right now it's kind of like Back to the Future where they had the heads cropped, you couldn't see them.
That's true. Or maybe I'll put Pac-Man over there.
This is just some interior decorating tips.
Yeah, exactly. Prepping your Legos.
Yeah, and I have a PDF for interior decorating. So.
Exactly. Not for his car, but he does for his.
No, I do have vehicle preps PDF. I don't want that to get out there because then.
Tug your tongue. There's this. I believe this is what's called. We have opened the can of proverbial worms.
Yeah.
ATF.
Ooh.
Wow.
Man, first accusing you of stealing toys, then
in the dumpster, sir. It would be a recycling bin. I do live in Portland. Everything is recycled here. It would just go. We'd go to that. Yeah, there's we're decorating with Tup. Yep.
Yeah, I like someone said it'd be fun to like go to people's houses and modularize some of their preps or whatever, and that thing would be a fun little project. But I like doing that. But yeah,
I like it. It could be like you could be like the Marie Kondo of prepping. Does this prep bring you joy? Yes or no? And then you could thank the prep, kind of like I did with the solar panels. Thank you for being here in case I needed 30 watts of solar power. I will now send you off and replace you with.
It's kind of like on Naked and Afraid when they do that and they kill one of the animals to eat it to survive. They thank the animal. Usually, thank you for giving your and you do the same thing with preps usually. Or with the Hulkbuster or anything.
Or with the Hulkbuster Legos. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Also, don't tell ATF, but there is actually a small Iron Man that set that you get that actually goes inside of the Hulkbuster, and the Iron Man is like the size of Optimus Prime, to give you a sense of scale.
Wow.
And I have that one too. I just haven't put it together yet. So
you're asking about charging up stuff. Yeah, I do charging twice a year, usually like in the springtime and in the summer. So like kind of like in January when everyone they get their gym membership because they want to lose weight for the year and then they stop going after a month. I do charging, and I have them in a Mission Darkness bag because for just in case there's an EMP that I got to worry about.
Exactly. Yeah, we need to get an affiliate link down below for
we'll get that. And just again for Costco if you do want to sponsor this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone just make sure you tag Costco. We're waiting on that sponsorship.
I don't know how it is down in the Portland district, but the Costco's up here, I keep seeing more and more prep type stuff there. I see the water filters, I see the different ready food, I see ammo cans, all sorts of stuff. So they're going.
Yeah, and they do it a lot too in the springtime and summer. I mean, you can call it preps. It's a lot of camping stuff. Like they have tents and sleeping bags and cots and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, they have the ready, like the mountain. What's it called? Mountain house. Like there's 3 or 4 different brands of freeze dried food that they have. I think also for those of you who would like to go down the Costco prepping rabbit hole, go online because they have way more stuff at Costco.com that is like emergency preparedness stuff than they do even in the stores. So you can get batteries and flashlights and that sort of stuff, but like you can get like a year's worth of freeze dried food off of Costco.com. So yeah. Big fans of Costco. Costco, anytime you want to sponsor us,
we're still waiting for it. We'll have their people contact our people. But the meat prices are still kind of rough. They keep going up and up, but even at Costco. So.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like all of a sudden, like everywhere that had been holding meat prices like steady, there was like a week where it just step changed and everything went up like $2 or $3 a pound.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, what happened? You were all doing fine a minute ago, and now like it's all different. So
yeah, I'm not eating that Impossible beef or the bug stuff, or I want Wilbur or whatever. Is that his name? The cow's name. What was the cow from City? What was the cow? That's the pig, right? Or
the pig's name was Wilbur.
Yeah, from Charlotte's Web. What's the
or Mr. Ed, one or the other.
Well, what's the cow's name from City Slickers? That the calf.
I don't remember. It was like a cute name.
It was a really cute name.
I want to say it was like Buttons or something like that. It wasn't. But
we'll have someone fact check it for us.
Yeah, exactly. If someone could Google that in the chat, that'd be great.
Preppers don't prep veal nearly enough.
Yeah, exactly. No, we Norman.
Yeah, there we go.
Fantastic. We can always count
Mr. Landfill is just
on our chat to know. Yeah, exactly. They know everything. That's fantastic. Let's see. Costco has a lot of tinfoil for all of your hat making needs.
Yeah, we can make some hats and some Faraday bag cages and stuff.
Exactly. Yes. Or as the shirt design says, tinfoil is for leftovers, not for hats.
I have a couple of those big Costco tinfoil. Or no, I don't. You don't need a couple. You just need one because it's humongous. And then also the plastic wrap stuff, and they're huge and they last forever.
Yeah, exactly. The Costco, even like the individual sheet ones that they have, that's super convenient. I am in the process of, I was moving some furniture out of my office last weekend, and so I'm hoping that in the next couple of weeks, one of the summer projects is to actually start putting stuff into the metal boxes that are hiding underneath my office to do the whole bunker thing. And in theory, the metal boxes will be Faraday cages so that we can put some stuff in there that electronic wise. Nice. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I still rock a lot of the. They're not cages, but they're Faraday bags that I have, and they're all over the place. So I still like going off the grid with those. So hopefully someday Costco will have like the number 10 cans for different food preps. That's when you know they're going full on prepper. So.
Yeah, they do with like with some things, not all the things, but I have seen them in some 10 cans and. I've seen some of the freeze-dried stuff you can get in 10 cans from there. Chuck apparently has been hearing from the robot birds about copper foil. So
copper foil. I don't have any copper foil. That's a gap. That's a gap in the
it costs $38,000. Yes. Copper foil does. It's more valuable than gold foil, I think.
That'd be kind of cool to have like a copper foil hat, like for. That'd be new. That's like it's a new one.
Yeah,
Quaker oatmeal
or generic. This or that.
The oatmeal that I have in our 5-gallon buckets with the bags. I think I got them at Smart Food Warehouse. I think they were just generic rolled oats. I thought.
Yeah,
I'm not too picky. I'm not too picky because I don't eat it anyway. So it's just for long-term storage. Hopefully, I'll never have to open it. So
yeah, we have to redo our oatmeal because we got it and did the kind of this is a thing we eat, so we'll get extra of it. So we were doing like the Bob's Red Mill steel cut oats.
Yeah,
it's a Bob's Red Mill, very big in the Portland area. Elsewhere as well, but they're headquartered in Portland. So we had gotten those and then they went on sale. I want to say it was either at Whole Foods or at Costco. And so we bought like 3 or 4 cases of it. Mm-hmm. But then we stopped eating oatmeal. And so it just kind of sat on shelves. And so now I think we need to switch and replenish that with something probably cheaper and new.
Yeah. Because I don't eat a lot of oatmeal and I don't eat like, whole grain wheats like that you have to grind up. So I think I'd probably just go cheap or generic or whatever's available. I'm not too picky on those. So.
Yeah. Hard rolled oats. Is that, so hard rolled. So I was thinking about just the oat that's not rolled that, it's kind of like the equivalent of getting the, like corn that you would then grind into cornmeal and so it lasts longer, or the wheat berry that you would grind into flour so it would last longer. I was thinking that the hard rolled oats were that, but it's not.
Yeah, no.
So, but yeah, definitely. Oatmeal is always a good thing.
I've been intermittent fasting, so I haven't been doing breakfast for a while. So for a little over a month. So
how's that going for you?
Well, I think it's the prepper's diet. I think
yeah,
it's the prepper's like a dietary plan during SHTF. You're probably not going to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or maybe you don't need to. Like I imagine the Cowboys, the Cowboys didn't have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I bet they just had one big meal, and they could get lucky another one. So I'm getting my body used to that. So
very cool.
Just in case, and it does make you feel better. Like when you're kind of hungry, your stomach's growling a little bit, and I feel more alert. Especially during that when you get past that 12-hour mark, that 12 to 16 hours, where you're normally you would eat during that time, but pushing through that, you kind of wakes you up. It makes you feel a little bit better on it. So it's been good.
Oh, very lovely. I may have to experiment with that. I am trying to do smoothies now. I got one of the blend jets that like is all over TikTok. because basically I only buy things that you tell me to buy or TikTok tells me to buy. Like that's it. And it either comes from Amazon, Target, or Costco. I've simplified my life in that way. Mark Zuckerberg has his white t-shirts or his gray t-shirts and his jeans or whatever. And I have my 2 sources of shopping information and my 3 stores that buy stuff from. Yeah. But I've actually enjoyed it. It actually works really well. And it's charges with a USB-C cable. It doesn't, It's not like a plug-in. So I was kind of thinking like there is some prepperness to that I want to explore perhaps of just kind of what you could do with like a rechargeable blender that had like some actual power to it, potentially, instead of like having your standard blender that you would like, plug into a 110 that's going to draw a bunch of amperage and wattage and power and everything from your battery banks that you probably wouldn't use. But having something that runs on like a USB sort of a thing could be interesting.
Yeah.
So,
good idea. A lot of people talking about the cowboy diet. Let's see.
Yeah.
Beans and biscuits, beans and releasing gas. Okay, we
exactly.
We went to the poop jar. Yeah, Pony Girl brought it there.
I made the mistake of just picking Pony Girl's comment because I thought it would be
clean and it's
exactly. Yeah, beans and biscuits. Rabbit only. Yeah, I don't know that I'm sure in an emergency I would be down for that, but
I think emergency situation. I think rabbits would they would multiply quickly, and so it'd be a little tough. My daughter would have a hard time with that too. But I know like when we watched 1883, they would make some kind of stew, and if they could catch rabbit, then it was in the stew.
Yeah. I feel like we're the Fisher Price of prepping, and I'm like the Fisher Price of food options, because when you get like the Fisher Price farm, it's like a chicken, a cow, and a pig. And like that for me is when you start adding in like the deluxe play set and it's got like sheep and duck and all kinds of like, you've lost me at that point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unfortunately, you usually have piano lessons. I have.
This is the 1 week I don't have piano lessons. So.
You just are you're a scheduling nightmare.
I buttoned up my shirt and everything. Let me.
The diva of prepping. It's just hilarious. Whatever we can do for you, Captain Tup.
Well, what do you have going on tonight?
So we're doing summer skills, and so my wife has this whole life skills kind of camp curriculum that she got online that she's kind of adapting for the kids. So we're doing a lot of like I think I've mentioned over the last year, we've had a lot of medical things that have come up and stuff. So we're doing a lot of kind of learning habits that will help with those medical issues, and taking the summer for them to learn how to cook with that, budget with that, make food in a way that is sensitive to other people. So there's just kind of all that stuff. So every week, one of the things that they do is each kid has to pick a menu, and then we give them a budget, and then they have to go to the store. They have to buy all the ingredients for that meal using the budget that we have given them. And then they have to come home, and then they have to make it. And so they have to learn whatever the techniques are to do it.
Wednesdays?
So my daughter does Wednesdays and my son does Sundays. So last week, my daughter did egg fried rice and sauteed chicken and like a Caesar salad bar sort of a thing. And then she made a cake with frosting and pudding and all kinds of stuff. And then my son made Marry Me chicken and creme brulee on Sunday. And so tonight my daughter's doing breakfast for dinner. So it's super fun. And then they each get to pick their stuff and they do all that stuff.
That sounds like a good wholesome family activity.
It's, we're just trying to, raise children that people want to spend time with.
That's how they roll in Portland. They do family.
Yeah, exactly.
Things.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, as you were talking, everyone's talking smack about you leaving and about Chucky. We are the real show. They are just the side entertainment.
You know what, people? Wow. If you haven't learned from now, that we are, it's just a subpart. It's a 2-star podcast. Is really what it is. Yeah. It's just we just show up.
We just host a chat room so people can talk amongst themselves, and we just kind of talk about stuff.
Remember when Tup had his Discord, and there were lots of people there, and they wanted. Well, now Tup is bored, so now we have this live stream to bring people together to chat while we just kind of sit and
oh my gosh! Now look who popped in. And you have to leave for this family thing.
Sutton's Days.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Come on.
Get my collar ready.
Yeah, exactly. Get prepared.
Yeah. My mouth spray. Oh wait, that's pepper spray. No.
Pepper spraying yourself.
I have pepper spray nearby on live streams just in case. You never know.
It's like those Mira safety ads where they're like, "Have you pepper sprayed yourself before?" And it's like you should put on your Mira mask or whatever.
Yeah.
Your gas mask. I feel like that's the same thing. Like this is one of those times where you've accidentally pepper sprayed yourself.
Yeah. I've never accidentally done it, but it's going to happen someday. So because every once in a while I'll look down and it's like it's in the ready position and.
Why do you have a pepper spray on your desk?
Well,
like I have them in drawers and things, like in case there was a thing.
Like
I
in
would
my
have
little, that's my little go for my laptop, and I have it there too. So they're all over the place. So
okay, wow, just don't.
Sometimes these live streams they get dangerous, and you want to have the pepper spray nearby. So
you never know who's.
You don't want to go lethal right off the top. So
yeah. Sutton's Day, it's a whole when Sutton's Day shows up, it's a moment.
You get your game face on when
we're starstruck at that point. Yeah. It's a whole thing. Sutton's Days, sure. Yeah, that's
I've never done it before. I mean, I've sprayed myself when I had a gas mask on, but not with not on the skin.
Yeah, that seems like an unfortunate thing.
My wife was like, you idiot, what are you doing?
Yeah. He's like, well, I need the clicks. I need the view. I need the dozens of cents that this monetization will
views.
Yeah. It's cheap heat. It's cheap heat.
Cheap heat. That's
what oh my goodness. All right, everybody.
All right, well.
I hate to do it. Like had I but known this was going to happen, I was like, okay, the last few ones, we ended at 6. So
we didn't know Sutton's Days was going to come on right at the end. So
exactly. I didn't know that you didn't have piano lessons.
We didn't know.
If there was any doubt of what an amateur hour this show is, it's not even a full hour. It's like a half an hour now because we're just trying to make it work with what we've got.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will maybe in the next couple of weeks, maybe we'll sort out this with all the traveling and everything else, and we'll at least come up with a plan.
There's gonna be some time where I'm gonna be down in your neck of the woods. Maybe I'll have to do a remote live from Oregon type thing. So
that would be lovely. Yeah, I mean, I know that you're not planning on going through Portland, but like maybe I could meet you on the outer rim or something.
Yeah.
Also, you need to give me the text me the name of that Italian place that you were talking about.
Yeah, the Death Row Meal.
Yeah, I mentioned that to my wife. And as we are going up to Seattle, she was very intrigued. Yeah, so
I think that might happen. You'll score some brownie points on that one. So
okay, all right. Because we also have to figure out a place to go with you guys.
Yes.
So I mean, there's a possibility that might just happen.
Yeah, we might record live there because the wives will love that.
Oh, that will be fun, and so will the other patrons.
Yeah, they love that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, fancy restaurant.
Well, I've got portable little ring lights. We could put those up on the table. I think that would be great.
I'm gonna just put my main ring lights on just like this.
Yeah. Just bring that. That'll be great. I think that'll be.
It'll be cool.
Fantastic.
People like it.
Yes. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us. Episode 60. Was a solid one. We were a little nervous, but we made it happen. Temp's gonna try not to spray himself. And we'll see you all next week at some point. Wednesday, Friday, 5:30, 5:15.
5:30 in the morning this time.
That would be fantastic. That would really
throw everyone off, yeah.
Exactly. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.